What's up? It's your girl Nikki St. Clair. I know it's been a while, but I am back on the scene with lots to talk about. I am Nikki St. Clair, also known to a lot of people as Auntie Nikki. I do believe in bringing words of wisdom. The Bible tells us older women to teach the young women not to be silly. Uh, with a lot of different experiences in my life, there were times that I wish that I had someone that was older to talk to, but was still very well connected to what's going on in today's society. Um, I was kind of, listening to YouTube, and I ran into a channel that was talking about this mink toe movement, men going their own way. Now, I'm kind of on the fence with both theories. Well, I'm on the fence with the theory because, um, as a black woman who knows and who has kind of, dated here and there, been almost obsessed in making things work with whom I thought the kin to my Barbie should be, just trying to make it work, trying to dress him and groom him and be there for him and work hard to, represent who I thought he wanted as a wife. You know, I wasted a lot of time because at the end of the day, if a man doesn't want you, there's nothing you could do. Once someone has their mind made up about you, there ain't shit that you can do. Nothing you can do about it, baby. And I'm telling all my young women and even some of my old women, you have been hoping and praying and trying to prove your self-worth to an individual who doesn't see you, or he refuses to take notice, or perhaps he has, but he refuses to accept you. He wants the benefits. Like when I used to go to church, the preacher used to say, eat the meat and spit out the bone. He doesn't want you as his rib, dear. He just wants the meat. And I just wanted to come and encourage you that if a man does not want you, if it's not serving you, let it be. Don't force it. Don't try to make it fit. If the puzzle piece does not fit, don't try to force it. I know for a fact, I've been on the other side to where a man begged me, wanted me so bad, and I felt like, well, fucking ain't nobody fighting as hard for me like this individual. And I remember going to church and the preacher saying that a woman can learn to love the male. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try and love this individual. I'm going to, because he is fighting for me. And I knew what it felt like to want something so bad that you would fight for it, you beg and plead for it. And all this individual, you need to be with me. You need to be on my team. I need you. I need you to be my wife. I need you to be on my team. Let me tell you something. I, against my better judgment, I went ahead and I rocked with him. And you know, the longer I stayed there, the more I wanted to leave. I did not like the way he spoke. I did not like how cheap he was. I'm a 2-ply tissue girl. You know, Sherman Strong, baby. I can't get with the liquor store pink wrapper tissue. It just wasn't a fit from the cologne he wore. Baby, you are in your 40s. Why are you wearing Axe spray at that? You know, I tried to work with him. I remember it was our first date. And this is where the first red flag went. Well, there were flags before then, but this is around the time I was like, I'm going to give him a chance. We went out, nothing too expensive. You know, I'm a Barton G's type of girl, a Ruth's Chris type of girl. I love Mastro's, Boa, all the steakhouses. But I said, you know what? I'm not into robbing anybody. I do want to spend time with this individual. I want to get to know him, because to know someone is to love them, right? No, that's not really true. But I said, look, I'm going to try to get to know this individual. Let's go to P.F. Chang's. P.F. Chang's. We sat there. We ate. There was really no connection. There was no conversation. I'm so glad you're here. You know, he was really, really grateful that I was here and I was present and that I had chosen to be with him. However, that's when the insecurities started coming out. He was telling me, oh, you know, he needs to make more money. Oh, he needs to go shopping. Oh, he's got to get a new car. Oh, you know, and I get it. If you want to make improvements on yourself, that's great. You know what I mean? If that was a conversation, but it was like, after that, that would be all that he's talking about. It was almost as if he knew he was not worthy of me. He knew I was on a different caliber. You know, I was of a different caliber than he was used to. And he never felt good enough. And I went out of my way to make him feel good enough. As a woman, I wanted to nurture him. I wanted to be his support. I forced myself. But back to the point, he took me to P.F. Chang's. I think the bill was like $84. And I knew that first date, he was not the right one for me. When that fool said, well, I could have made this at home. We done spent all this money. You know, shit, I could have bought you some groceries. And I appreciate that. But it was a time for us to get out and bond and to be in an environment where it's not your turf or my turf, but it was totally neutral. It was just other things that went along with it, you know. Oh my God. Thinking back of how I felt like this is a good guy. He has a job. He has a decent hygiene, you know, and I might as well get to know him and get to know what he's about, because he's interested in knowing me. He's interested in being with me. And he was talking about the future. He was talking about marriage. And no, a lot of the guys that I had spoken with, they weren't really talking about marriage. But then, as more and more detail, more time that I spent with him, he was drinking Colt 45. Colt 45? Colt 45 in a can, bitch. Like 6 a day. Like a Colt 45 in the morning. 2 Colt 45s before we were to hang out. It was just ridiculous. Anytime we wanted to go somewhere, he had to stop at the liquor store and get some damn Colt 45. Are you kidding me? So turned off. Oh, it gives me a kick. It gives me what I need to keep going. And I'm just like, this is so... It was just so not me at all. And I had to say, you know what, Nikki, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then the final straw, first of all, he liked Kevin Hart. I didn't. He wanted to get something to eat. I wasn't even hungry. I was so turned off with being with him towards the end of, before I just cut it off altogether. He begged me, well, where's my future wife? I need you. I need you. I said, listen, I'm at work. You know, when I'm done, I'll come over. I sat over there. He said, did you eat yet? I said, you know what? I'm not even hungry. It was like I literally made myself go to his house. And so he said, well, I got to get something to eat. So he called Denny's. He got a code for it. We went to go. We called in the order. But, of course, he had to stop to get a Coke 45 before he went down the street to Denny's. And all the way home after he picked up his food, just his food, I can't believe I spent $11.88. I can't believe I spent $11.88. I could have just pulled up to Jack in the Box. And I'm thinking to myself, why didn't you? It's because he probably was trying to display that he's a guy, and money and a thing, but he bitched. He bitched all the way back to the house. And I'm thinking to myself, well, it's a good thing that I didn't want nothing. It's a good thing that, I wasn't hungry. But there again, that just goes to show I wasn't even trying to use this guy. Like most people that don't like you, they'll use you and push you to the limit. Yeah, I want this, I want that, even if they don't fucking want it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to be there anyway. So they're going to be like, okay, bitch, a nigga, you going to pay for me being here. Let me draw it all home for you. Mingto. Men going their own way. If they want to go their own way, let them. Because it ain't nothing worse than wanting an individual to be there for you, to be in your life, wanting them to share and make new memories, and they don't want you. They don't want nothing but the benefits of today, meaning maybe sex or money or just somebody to be around them because they're lonely. And I'm letting you know, all y'all men that's saying that y'all want to go your own way, y'all stop using these women. Stop using these women for sex and for their time and wasting their fucking time. You want to go your own way, go your own motherfucking way. But don't be sitting up here all on the fucking dating sites, all on the dating apps. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to spend no money. You don't want to buy no drink. You just want them to come through and get them drunk or high and have your way with them and be done with them. That is a soul. That's a soul that you're linking up with. We were made to love men. We were made to love you. Black women were made to love you. But when you declare that you want to be a man going their own way, I have to say, I find it offensive. I feel like it breaks my heart because we need you. Half of you guys are in jail and incarcerated. The other half of you are out here, don't really want to commit to nobody. You just want to be a free agent. And that leaves a lot of us women so lonely that if we could just get our 15 minutes of fame with you, just to feel whole, just to feel like a woman, just to be touched, just to be around some male company, just to feel the way we were designed to feel when we are with our mates who want to be with us and want to marry us. It should be that way all the time. We're designed to love you, and you're designed to love us. And we're designed to nurture you. And you are designed to be there for us and be the priests and the leaders of the household. Every woman don't want to do it for themselves. And then every woman don't want to use your ass. It ain't about that. You know, it's about building trust and loving each other, making new memories, and perhaps building a strong Black family. But if you don't want that and you don't want us, I suggest, because I know I'm taking a stand, but I suggest for every Black woman that realizes this man has decided to take the red pill, I just tell you, let them go. What's for you was for you. You know, what is for you is for you. Whew. Yeah, it breaks. Rejection is a motherfucker. It breaks especially the Black woman's heart, because a lot of us Black women, we have dated, and I can speak from experience. I have dated all types of men, trying to give people a chance, trying to say that you guys are not all the same. I've dated big, skinny, short, tall, broke with no money, got money, have an education. I've dated them all. But at the end of the day, if not even the broke ass nigga truly wants to be with you and wants to build with you, well, what are you here for besides trying to eat off my fucking plate and trying to go up in me because you want to get one off? Women, stop being silly. You need to take a stand for yourself. You can't be out here mixing your spirit, your soul, and giving away your energy to people that mean you no good, that don't have any intentions on growing with you or loving you for who you are. If they can't see you, then keep it pushing. If they ain't loving you right, keep it pushing. There's someone out there for everybody. They just haven't met you yet. They haven't met you yet. You know, I always say you have to be seen. You have to go places. Think about your dream partner. And I want you to think about who they are, what their habits would be, and where you're more than likely to find them. What would they be doing? Would they be at a vegan fest? Would they be riding a bike on the beach? Would they be at a poetry reading? Would you find them in a Bible study? You have to find some hobbies, first of all. Get into your own self. Get into your own education. And if you have children, invest in yourself and in your children. And just live with faith, knowing that someone will send you someone. You know, for a long time I felt like, you know, I've been lonely for so long. I don't have nobody. I'm embarrassed to keep going to functions with no man. I'm embarrassed to show up with my girls all the time to a club or a dance or a lounge. I'm embarrassed to show up to a family function with no man. And for a long time, I started to get a little bit, I felt insecure and I felt a little desperate. And that's when I said, you know what, Nicole, your standards are up here. Let's just bring them down a little bit and see what all these men are talking about. The ones that say they want to get to know me and do things with me. And, oh, yeah, I like doing this. I like going to the movies. I like doing this. I like going here and there. And I'm open to learning new things. And I said, okay. So I did. Even though I saw red flags from the beginning. I mean, I know I could tell. I know it sounds shallow, but I can tell a whole lot about a man. All I need to know is your hairline, your teeth, and your shoes. That's all. That's all it takes. You know, because I could tell. And also, women, if a man has a dog and his backyard is full of dog shit and that dog looks dirty and unkept, run for your fucking life, because that's gonna be you. He doesn't take care of his responsibilities. Do not have no kids with that man. Do not have no relationship with that man, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be carrying the weight, okay, in the relationship. That is a big red flag. But, you know, back to what I was saying, you know, I had grown desperate. I started giving all these different men chances. And at the end of the day, and I vowed, I said, you know what? I'm going to give 110% of me. Because I don't want it, and at the end of the day, I don't want it to be said that I didn't give my all, and that's why it didn't work. I did a little experiment, you know, and I dated these guys. And at the end of the day, I did not want to be there. And I'm just letting you know, if a man don't really want to be there, at the end of the day, let him go. Men going their own way, that's fine. Women can go their own way too. And men, I'm letting you know right now, if you believe in this movement, that's fine. But please don't look over your shoulder and look back and wonder, wow, the sisters, they done went to this race. Or why are all the sisters dating each other? Or why are all the sisters dating these dirty, dusty, dirtbag niggas? It's because at the end of the day, if you want love, you will find it. Without love, we die. And a lot of times, sometimes we do make choices based on our emotions, because we women are very emotional. And if the right person steps to us and proves to us, I mean, why not? Why not? You know, and especially when you want it, when you really desire things, when things present themselves to you, sometimes it looks better than what it is. And a lot of times that's how we fall short. And in the end, and at the end of the day, we're kind of like blaming ourselves. But, you know, you have to give yourself some type of leeway and some forgiveness, because as a woman, we are emotional creatures. We make decisions based on matters of the heart. And sometimes we end up loving the wrong woman. I mean, well, the wrong woman, the wrong man. Sometimes we end up loving somebody else's man. You know, but at the end of the day, if that person is not for you and they want to go their own way, so let it be. Let them go their own way, and keep it pushing. All right. So anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. Leave your comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I guess I will get with you on a later date. Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.